All right, well, Trevor's coming tonight, and he's gonna work on that coupe. So we're gonna, when he shows up, we're gonna go pull the body into the shop here and get started on it. So we're slowly progressing, making it into a 5-window. Right now what we're doing, or Trevor's doing, is he's welding the back door shut. Our plan is we're just grinding this away and welding this structure tight so that we can kind of bring in the rear quarter. Make it more 5-window-ish. So Trevor's doing now, he's just going to cut the excess off so we can get rid of this so we can mate up the old part of the roof again. It's starting to look coopy. I'm thinking this needs to go in a little bit yet, but we'll find out. Trevor's just cutting the top off the roof there, and we're gonna mock it up and see how things look. Well, Trevor did pretty good last night. He's not heavy into fabbing and stuff, so this is all new to him. But it sort of looks like a coupe. I only have the one window frame. I'm gonna keep digging around. Hopefully I can find the second one. I'm hoping there was one, because then we can kind of make this opening kind of nice. But if not, we'll make something. It's not a big deal. But overall, this is not too bad. There's a lot of stuff we gotta do yet, but this is overall the right shape. We're not sure what we're doing here. We're thinking we're just gonna make a body line that either spears to nothing or is just gonna zigzag into this thing. We don't know yet. We'll figure that out. This is the belt line that was off the other sedan. So you can see we're probably gonna use it. I don't know if we're gonna flip it or what we're gonna do, but it does and will fit onto the back, and that'll finish up the back of the car super nice. So this door we've just tacked on because it's not bolted on at all. The other door still opens. But yeah, it's not bad. Not bad for an evening farting around. Anyways, till next week that he's by, we'll do some more with it.
1 week later.
So I'm thinking Trevor's gonna be by tonight. I think it'd be cool to just set this thing on the chassis. A, it'll be easier to move, and B, I guess the fella will get an overall look of what it's gonna look like, I guess, with some axles and stuff underneath it. I want to take this cowl off so that I can set that body on it loosely. Whether the fenders and stuff go, I'm not sure at this point. They probably will though. Well, they most likely will. I'm pretty sure he wants to run it open wheel. But I'm going to bring it to the shop, just cut this front cowl section off, and maybe this back, maybe the whole body, I don't know. We might leave some of this on just to support the body for now, because it is much bigger than this. We might be able to use some of it as some floor bracing. I'm not sure yet, but for now I'm just going to get rid of this doodad. And I just got to clean this off, lift her up, bring her to the shop. I'll quickly torch a few bits off and come back for the body here and grab it. noticed a flaw in my plan. There's a bit of floor underneath that car. I think most of this won't work, so I'm gonna just scab off that subframe for now. Just cut all the bolts, pull it off. I'll set the body on, and then we'll kind of figure junk out from there. Like the aprons, everything's junk, but I'll leave what I can on and just cut the rest. I'll just keep cutting things away. So at least I can get the body to just sit on it, and we'll have a rough idea how this thing looks. Like the frame looks like it needs a little bit of work in some places. I didn't realize one of the horns is cut off, but that looks pretty easy to rebuild, so not too worried about it. Same thing in the front. We'll have to rebuild that front cross member anyways, so not a problem. I'm guessing it was a hay wagon, or well, it wouldn't have been. It had the body on it. Who knows? Must have sitting somewhere where she was pretty rotten, or somebody needed that one piece. I don't know. That's not too bad. Although the back still needs to go down because it's only channeled on the front of the frame, not the back. That wouldn't be a terrible ride height. That's probably about a 3-inch channel. Doesn't affect too much of the inside of the car. I don't think we channeled it more. We would just try to bring the suspension down from there, to which we could do. It's not terrible. That is channeled there, but the whole frame is just about, we don't have to go too much in the back. That's not a terrible stance. Definitely looks doable. Looks proportioned right with the front. That's kind of cool. The back we'll probably redo the frame, do a step up, or do something anyways. But you don't look too shabby. Looks doable. Pretty mild channel. Still gives quite a bit of room in the car. Even with a chop, I think there'll still be lots of room in here. Neat. Oh man. Trevor got called in to work, but he did strip all the fenders off the front. We kind of got to see what we're working with. And I started mussing around with the front axle. I switched the axle though because we're doing something different. So I took away the drop axle, I had a drilled axle, and we're probably going to change the front suspension setup. The back I'm not digging it, and I might try this rear panel again just to see how close. If anything, it'll work. Just because it's more square, and I think it suits the body better than this because it's too round and bubbly. So we're going to try to ditch that. Try this, even if I have to add some steel to it. We'll give it a try anyways, because I think it'll be a better fit for the body. well, she's technically a roller, even though nothing's attached. So we pretty much opted to go with the different roof because it follows the lines of the car better. But in doing that, we're going to have to add, I think it was 1.5 inches to each side, so it matches up. The other roof had too much bulge up here, and by the time you slice it all, it just wouldn't work. This one, by the time we get it in there, it's going to follow this roof line nice, and then we'll have a nice way to transition the whole top. So that is the plan. So we kind of opted, we've changed the axle out. We're not doing a drop axle. We're going to have a regular 40s axle, but we're going to put different bones on, and we're going to run the spring in front. So that's the plan. So it's sort of like a suicide perch, but not. But it keeps the axle underneath the car. So in case you have a spring failure or shock, whatever, something happens, you know, it drops on the frame, not spearing into the ground. We just grabbed an axle to make it a roller, except one of the drums on this thing is stuck. So we got to figure that out. I think it's this side. No, it's like definitely this side. So we're just going to try to smack the drums loose. At least then I can roll the car in and out by myself pretty easily. So we have the frame, it's sitting on, it's probably going to be within that 3-inch channel or 4-inch channel, wherever that frame is. I think it's 3. We still have to bring the back down a bit to match up to everything. But chassis under, that'll be fine. We're going to kick the back up here. Nothing major, because we kind of like the stance of the car. It'll come down a little bit more when we channel the back. So what we might do is, like, not a Z, but we might do a pie slice just to bring the front of the rails up just a little bit. So wherever the back is, we're going to lower the front up to match it, just to give it a bit of a hot rod rake there. But yeah, so we had to cut this brace out just to get the diff to sit where it's supposed to. It doesn't really matter because this back of the frame is going to get cut with a step notch. We're probably going to go ladder bar with a parallel spring in the back. I have tons of springs, so we may as well use them on something. But anyways, as it is, this is how she sits. So it's not too bad for 2 evenings. You kind of mucked around on it for the most part. There's still tons of work to do. We got to, like the inside, we'll have to get rid of some of the original tub. So we're going to lap these. We're going to figure out this body line. We're either going to somehow adapt it into this other one, or maybe just spear it to nothing. I think I mentioned that, but that's the plan. The old body that was underneath here, it had good wheel well tubs, so we're going to try to adapt them into here when it comes time. But yeah, it's a big project, but I find this stuff super fun. Can never have enough hot rods, right? So anyways, until next time, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.